Okay, so we've got another question come in today, and the question is, David, how do we know what our life purpose is on this planet? And this is something that's very dear to my heart. It's something I spent a lot of time. I used to work as an engineer, and now I work as a heart coach, so taking that journey from the head to the heart. So there's many answers to this question, but a bit of background is that before we come onto the planet, we're in what I call soul land, and it's where our soul goes, and then something happens and our soul comes down to learn more lessons. And as it gets closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to the earth, it gets clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer on what its purpose is for coming to the planet. And then what happens is that we come into the human body, we're born into the world, we're influenced by our immediate family, by our friends, by our culture. And that starts to cloud the clarity that we have on why we're here on the planet. And after a few years, we actually have amnesia. We forget why we're here on the planet. And to me, that is sort of half of the journey of our soul purpose here, is to remember what our soul purpose is. The second half of the journey is to then live what our soul purpose is. Yeah, so in answer to the question, how do we know what our purpose is for being here on the planet? I use my heart as a barometer. Okay, the heart, when we tune in, there's a pull on the heart, and it leads us towards certain people. The pull on the heart leads us towards certain experiences. Maybe you feel drawn to go on a holiday to Italy. Maybe you feel drawn to go to a theatre performance group. But to follow the pull on the heart, which doesn't make rational sense. Yeah. Now, the other thing that the heart draws us towards is things that we love to do, and our sole purpose for being on the planet is very closely related to what it is that we love to do. For example, many moons ago I got into surfing, and I absolutely loved surfing, and that took me on all these adventures to overseas countries. I had those experiences, and then I started meeting other surfers, travelers, got onto the spiritual path, for want of a better word, but it was through following that love for surfing that took me on that path. Now, this is becoming a bit pretty lengthy topic, but this path of the heart, there is only one path of the heart, and you'll know when you're on that path because it feels right. It has a resonance to it. Now, the thing with the mind, that it tends to go from A to B very, very quickly, but the path of the heart tends to go like a windy snake. So when you're wanting to walk this path of the heart in alignment with your soul purpose, it's a matter of having that trust. It's a matter of having the courage to follow the directives of your heart. And that's why I'm putting myself out there and putting these videos out there to help people to come into that space within, because ultimately the further in you go, the further out you'll go into the world. So coming into the essence of who you are and finding that, that's when you can find your soul purpose in the world, because you come from that place ultimately out in the world. And when you start to align those two, that's when you come into alignment with your soul purpose. So thank you for watching this video. It's a bit of a lengthy one, like I said. But yeah, please share this with your friends on either Facebook or Twitter. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.